Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues a royal decree. His Majesty the Sultan sends a written message to His Highness the President of the United Arab Emirates. The Ministry of Housing approves a new mechanism to compensate citizens affected by project of Bulletin Coastal Road. And 2 agreements are signed to import public transport buses and provide consultancy services to develop transport strategy in the Sultanate. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issued Royal Decree number 20/2015, issuing the unified law to combat dumping and set compensatory and preventive measures to the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. Article 1, provisions of the unified law to be applied to combat dumping and set compensatory and preventive measures for the Gulf Cooperation Council countries as per the decision of Higher Council of the GCC, issued in the 31st round held in the United Arab Emirates in December 2010 to amend the above-mentioned law. Article 2, this decree shall be published in the Official Gazette. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty King Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein of Jordan on his country's 69th independence anniversary. His Majesty the Sultan sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Cristina Fernandez of Argentina on the country's National Day. His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates UAE, received a written message from His Majesty Sultan Qaboos related to the strong fraternal relations binding the 2 brotherly countries and means of supporting and enhancing them in all spheres. The message was handed over by His Excellency Hussein bin Ali bin Abdul Latif, advisor of the Diwan of Royal Court, when His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, UAE Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Presidential Affairs, received him in Abu Dhabi today. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Qatabi, Sultan's ambassador to the UAE. The Ministry of Housing approved a new mechanism for the second stage of compensation paid to citizens whose properties are affected by Al-Batna Coastal Road project. The new mechanism grants 1 land plot for construction and financial compensation for each affected instead of building new residential units in order to speed up the process of paying compensation and introduce the long waiting period. 45,000 Omani Riyals will be the minimum extent of payment paid for each affected residential unit. The Ministry of Housing indicated that the sum of money can be increased according to construction elements, the number of rooms and extensions and other technical matters, that the new mechanism will be applied on the rest of other cases, the number of which are 4,143. The Ministry also expressed its hope in finishing this issue very soon through concerted efforts by the government and cooperation of the citizens. The Oman National Transport Company signed 2 agreements to import public transport buses and providing consultancy services to develop its strategic plan until the year 2040. The aim was to reduce traffic congestion on the roads as well as to facilitate the transportation means for citizens and residents in the wilayas. The company is currently working to provide the main requirements for these buses, including e-ticket system, building a new technical workshop in addition to coordinating with bodies concerned in the Ministry of Transport and Communications, Muscat Municipality and Royal Oman Police regarding roads, tracks and stop stations. Through this project, the company aims to spread public transport services in the governorates of the Sultanate, in addition to developing a financial plan and infrastructure, as well as other facilities. More than 27 million barrels in the production of petroleum industries and refineries in the Sultanate at the end of last April, and that caused a decrease of 0.3% in car fuel, according to statistics issued by the National Center for Statistics and Information. Statistics given by Oman Refineries and Petrochemical Industries Company indicated the products included car fuel reaching around 900,000 barrels, with a decrease of 31.2%. Whereas production of car fuel of high standard reached 7 million barrels, with a rise of 10.3%. Production of jet fuel amounted to almost 700,000 barrels, with a decrease of 0.1%. Statistics also showed a rise in gas oil, with 16.5%, reaching more than 6 million barrels. Liquefied gas decreased to 17.9%, and production of which exceeded 1 million barrels. His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed Al Salmi, Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, inaugurated Islam Message exhibition today at Petroleum Development Oman PDO. The opening ceremony was attended by Dr. Mohammed bin Hamad Al Rumhi, Minister of Oil and Gas, a number of advisors and officials at the ministry and PDO. In a statement, Dr. Al-Rumhi pointed out that more than 60 nationalities work in PDO amidst an atmosphere of mutual respect and tolerance, which in turn enhance communication among the different cultures. The exhibition aims to promoting communication, understanding and dialogue among countries of the world. It also presents a real picture about the essence of Islam, its tolerance, values and principles. It is worth mentioning that Islam Message exhibition, which was launched by the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs in 2010, visited more than 20 countries and 66 cities around the world, with the aim of raising awareness towards the true values of Islam among people of the world. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Royal Navy of Oman Music Band participates in Sun Content Music Festival in France. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Now for the international world, Saudi forces and Yemen's Houthi militia traded heavy artillery fire, which destroyed parts of the main border crossing between the two countries. Residents and witnesses said the Hadrat border crossing between Saudi Arabia and Yemen was evacuated amid shelling, which raised its departure, lounge and passport section. In another development, Arab air raids hit military bases and weapon stores in the capital Sana'a, and local officials said the Houthi commander was killed in an airstrike in the central province of Yarmouk. In southern Yemen, military officials said warplanes targeted rebels locked in combat with tribesmen in Al-Ataq, the capital of Shabwa province, killing at least 28 people, including 17 Houthis and 11 tribesmen. 8 explosions, mostly targeting the security forces, rocked the Iraqi towns of Baquba and Baladruz today, forcing the authorities to seal off the area. According to the army and police sources, 14 people were wounded in the blast, one of which was caused by a suicide car bomb in the center of Baquba, capital of Diyala province, north of Baghdad. 2 car bombs also went off near the northern outskirts of the city and another in the parking lot of the Army's 5th Division headquarters on the eastern edge of the town. 3 bombs were discovered on the main street of Bakuba and detonated in a controlled manner by the security forces. 4 bombs exploded in front of policemen's homes in Belarus, a town further east towards the border with Iran. Activating understanding between the higher judicial institutes in the Sultanate and similar institutes in a number of countries in justice, legal and judiciary fields, extending training and qualification to all employees in law in the Sultanate top discussions at the first meeting of the board of the Institute for 2015. Members of the board also discussed different activities of the Institute, particularly in the training programs, the number of which increased to 100, targeting 1,000 trainees from all concerned authorities. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Shah Abdul Malik ibn Abdullah Al-Khalili, Minister of Justice, Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Institute. The Royal Navy of Oman Music Band participated in San Quentin Music Festival in France. The band presented various musical pieces and shows derived from the Omani heritage. This participation came to strengthen the existing bonds between France and the Sultanate. The festival witnessed a huge attendance from the members of the society and those interested in military musical shows. In order to keep up with the World Health Organization and to provide better health services for the patients, topped the discussions of a workshop in the Directorate General of Health Services in the Governorate of South Batna. It also focused on following plans and health strategies of a 9th five-year plan of the Governorate, in addition to discussing the most important topics of the next plan. It also discussed healthcare field, pharmacy and health services of the private sector. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Washarin, Director General of Health Services in the Governorate of South Batna, stressed that the 4 new health centers will be operating during the coming period in the wilayas of Rostaq, Masana, Barqa and Nakhal. It's worth mentioning that more than 20 hospitals and health centers and 2 dialysis units provide health care for the patients in the various wilayas of the governorates. Now for the general weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar and the neighbouring mountains with chances of scattered rain. Rest of the Sultan will have clear skies with chances of scattered rain over the parts of Hajar Mountains. Winds will be southerly to southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 2.5 meters. This is the Sultan of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos issues a royal decree. His Majesty the Sultan sends a written message to His Highness the President of the United Arab Emirates. The Ministry of Housing approves a new mechanism to compensate citizens affected by the project of Bulletin Coastal Road. And 2 agreements are signed to import public transport buses and provide consultancy services to develop transport strategy in the Sultanate. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studio and the newsroom, it's good night.